Good morning, dear students. In the last video, I had shown you about the differences of small and large intestine. That is, differences between the small intestine and the large intestine. I had mostly spoken about the gross features, external features, differences of the external features between the small intestine and the large intestine. Now, in this video, I am going to tell you about the differences between the internal features of small intestine and large intestine. Now first let's see a segment of proximal jejunum. Now we can see here the internal feature. You can see lot of mucosal folds. These are the circular mucosal folds. These are the circular mucosal folds seen in the jejunum. They are quite numerous, compactly packed. The height is more, okay, compared to the jejunum, compared to the ileum. So here we can see the mucosal folds is circular, okay, and they are numerous, closely packed, and the height is more. So this is very characteristic feature of jejunum. Now let's see a part of ileum. Now if you see proximal ileum, you can see here the circular folds have become less prominent. They are not as compactly packed as in jejunum. You can see here very clearly. You can see very clearly here. Now you can see the circular folds, they are not as closely packed. Even the height of the circular folds is less or low than the one what we saw in the jejunum. So this was proximal ileum. So this is proximal jejunum. This is proximal ileum. Now let's take the terminal ileum. Now if you see the terminal ileum, you can see the folds are very sparse or very little. You can see hardly any folds. This is the from the terminal ileum, but here of course you will be seeing lot of Peyer's patches. Okay, so in the ileum Peyer's patches will be there, but there are no Peyer's patches in the jejunum. Definitely there will be some lymphoid aggregation in jejunum, but in ileum you see a lot of lymphoid follicles, aggregation of lymphoid nodules, that is the Peyer's patches. So once again I want to tell you the difference between proximal jejunum, proximal ileum and terminal ileum. So see here the internal feature of jejunum. You can see numerous mucosal, circular mucosal folds. The height is greater than that seen in the proximal ileum or the terminal ileum. They are compactly placed. Okay, these are circular mucosal folds. Now look at the circular mucosal folds in the proximal ileum. They are less sparse, means they are less in number. The height is also lower than what you see here in the jejunum. Okay, and also you can see very less number of circular folds, and they are not compactly spaced or nor numerous as we see in the jejunum. Now coming to the terminal ileum, you can see here in the terminal ileum the circular folds are very few, and mainly they are filled up with the Peyer's patches. Okay, and here also you will see the Peyer's patches. Now let's see the internal feature of the large intestine. Now you can see the large intestine. You can see the hostrations very clearly. These are the hostrations or the sacculations or the segmentation. Now the reason for the hostrations or the sacculation is because the tinea coli length of the tinea coli and the length of the intestine is not the same. The length of the tinea coli is smaller or less in length than the length of the intestine. As a result of this, the sacculations are produced or hostrations are produced. These are the segmentations or the hostrations. You can see very clearly here the segmentations or the hostrations. Okay, let's see the internal feature of the large intestine. Internal feature, here you don't see circular folds, but here we see the semilunar folds. So here what we are seeing are the semilunar folds. These are infoldings of mucosa and submucosa. What you are seeing here is the infolding of the mucosa and the submucosa. So this is the large intestine. Now you can see the appendix epiploica also. This is the appendix epiploica. So I am keeping all the parts of the intestine in a row, and let's see the differences. Now this is small intestine, that is proximal jejunum. This is once again small intestine, proximal ileum. This is once again small intestine, it is terminal ileum, and this is large intestine, it is colon. Now here you see the folds. Differences in the internal features are mainly the folds. Here there are circular folds, here there are circular folds, here there are circular folds, but here in the large intestine it is semilunar folds but not circular folds. Okay, thank you very much. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. Thank you.